returning All-American cornerback Stephen Jones Jr.?
Stephen, it feels like to me that maybe teams haven't worked to your side as much this year. Today, these guys kind of came at you a few times. Did it feel kind of good to be back in the middle of the action?
Yeah, it felt very good to have some targets today. I know coming into this year that I was gonna have less targets than last year, but today I had a lot, and it just felt good to be in action.
You guys were able to really control them, for most of the game. They had a couple plays where the quarterback got outside the pocket, and that was where they had really the only success they had pretty much all day. When you guys are in a situation like that where the quarterback breaks contain, and there's legitimately only so long you can cover anybody. I don't care who it is. What did you guys come back to the sidelines and talk about in terms of making sure that you limited their opportunities to get loose on a broken play?
When we came out to the sideline, we just had to get those edge rushers right, get those type of guys right, and then just tell the DBs to work on the we call it scramble drill, when the quarterback get out of the pocket, so the receivers try to find another different route or they'll change direction. So we just try to work on that, stay in front of those guys, and not just give up no easy throw.
Now that this game is over and you've got a quick week, so you don't have a lot of time to think about it, you go back to that Coastal game last year, and as that game went on, the later it got, the more control it felt like the defense kind of took over that. But you know what Grayson McCall can do at quarterback. They still got some talented receivers there. As you think back to that game last year, what was it that was vital when you kind of came down the stretch and were able to win that thing? What were the things you guys were doing especially well defensively?
On the defensive side, we got a lot of great guys. It's just going back to the practice and film work, just making sure everybody do their job, and that's gonna lessen our problems with the quarterback running and just people scoring. Just going back to what we practiced and worked on, just doing your job. Once you do your job, it shows, and we get stops and 3 and outs.
You're a leader on this team. You're a captain. You guys are coming up on a November stretch that is really tough, and you guys have been in that position before. It's also one where, preferably you wouldn't lose another game, because you know what this conference, especially this division, is like. In your experience, when you guys have been in these situations where you really need to kind of close it out on a run, what were the things that made you successful in the past that you can draw on and use as a leader for this team and for the defense?
We know this coming up stretch is gonna be long. Just from back in the day, from my past years, it's just the team staying together. It's not gonna always start off how you wanted it. We could have been 4-0, 6-0, all this other stuff. But just as long as we stay together, we got the right guys to do what we need to do, and just win out and do what we need to do.
Stephen, I'll throw one at you. It seemed like the special teams, Clayton in the punt game, they were able to pin the offense back to put you guys in a good position defensively. How much did that help kind of with the mentality of some of those drives where they were backed up a little bit?
The hidden yardage, that's what we call like the special team stuff. The hidden yardage always helps. So when we get a good punt and get those guys inside the 10 or 5, that's always going to help out the defense because it's a longer field for the offense to go score. So when we get those hidden yardages from the punt, it always helps the defense a lot. Thank you.